Hey guys, Kids97Stowe171 back with another ATS video. We just dropped that load, which is now already no longer sitting there. It was sitting right there. Got a load coming right out of the same place, which seemed the best to me. You got Hot Springs and Idabel. We're kind of right in between. There were some loads out of each. Nothing out of here paid any better than this. It is kind of long, but once we get down to I-30, it's basically all interstate to Odessa. So I don't think it'll actually take us that long, hopefully, to get down there. We're going to stop for fuel right here. We may not even need it, but I'm going to stop anyway. It's the most reasonable place to stop. It's a van trailer, so it's pretty interesting. It should be a pretty good test for fuel economy. It's just a standard, it's actually a reefer, not a regular box. I think I put in the description it was a box van, but it's a refrigerated trailer. We're hauling 34,000 pounds of dynamite. So let's trip reset. Take off the parking brake. It helps to put it in drive. Gear, whatever you want to say. There's that cool late 60s Cadillac. That's pretty sweet. Morning time, so should have most of the day to do the load. Might be able to get a better view of the suspension moving. Trying to stay on the side that has the sunlight. Well, that trailer's pretty crappy looking. Unless it's supposed to have that design on it. The crackled look to it. Maybe that's part of their design. This ought to be a pretty easy load for the truck after that last one, 188,000 pounds. Pretty wild. You see the steering wheel, how it moves around.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
We are clear. Let's go. We might be able to buy a truck after this load completes. We'll see. I think we'll have about $10,000 above, which is less than I had wanted. But we also might take a sleep break right afterwards and see what our company driver earns in that time period.
Go straight on.
You think it's supposed to have that, John? What are you talking about? Somebody commented, John commented, I think it's supposed to have that. But I'm not sure what he's talking about. Oh, the trailer. The markings on it. I just realized what you were talking about. At least I'm assuming. That probably makes sense if they do like Dynamite and that's what they're known for. It'd be a pretty good design. Having the, like, you know, crackled. Or if it's a mining company where they, you know, cracking rocks and stuff, that could be too. Probably would be a bad idea to, like,
Go straight on.
hit stuff when you're carrying dynamite. Although actually dynamite's pretty stable. You really need like a blasting cap. Or fire probably would set it off too. I don't know, maybe not. Some explosives are pretty stable.
Turn left.
Truck accelerates a little better pulling 34,000 pounds than it did pulling 188,000 pounds. That's for sure. Still amazes me that this truck could do that. I wonder if in real life it would be able to. I don't know. If it was geared properly, it could. But a lot of times the magic is in the transmission. Our fuel stops right up here on the left. Yeah, it's certainly true in a lot of other vehicles. You know, you got the Chevy Duramax with the Allison transmissions. You can do a lot with less power and torque. Well, why are they stopping? Like, why is the white car stopping over there? Why? It's not a stop sign. And the fucking semis are doing it too. And then right about the time I go, they'll start to go. It makes no sense. The behavior.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
We could have probably made it all the way to our destination with the fuel we had, but feels like a race car.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Yeah. Like, if you don't stop, like, all the way back here, the AI cars will pause. Even though, in reality, you can't actually see from back there. You need to be, like, right about here. Jesus Christ. Those cars were not there. Because one of the problems, too, is the drawing distance. The distance at which those AI cars just magically appear in the road is not appropriate. I bitch a lot about, you know, little problems with the game, but overall it's pretty amazing what they do. SES, you know, they don't have a huge team. There's not even that many total employees. So it's always easy to complain about things that they do wrong, but or could do better. But they also get a hell of a lot right. And I'm betting a lot of the things that are a pain, like the AI traffic, the navigation, those things are probably, you know, kind of deep in the core of the game. And in order to change those would require pretty significant rewrite of core sections of the game. And I've heard that there's going to be a complete rewrite happen. New rendering engine, like everything is going to be different. So, you know, if that's on the plans, it's all going to change anyway. That would be the time to make those changes. So, I don't know. Regardless, it's provided a hell of a lot of hours of entertainment for me, and some nostalgia. You know, I miss driving a rig sometimes.
Go straight on.
Kind of scratches that itch a little bit for me without me having to actually do it in real life.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Need to look into one of the settings for drawing distance. If you notice in the mirrors, the point at which things disappear, like the trees right there. I wonder if that's what's making the AI traffic sort of magically appear a little bit too close. Maybe it has to do with that drawing distance. So I'll have to check that setting. See. Feels like we're flying after going so slow with that heavy load. Should be coming up on the interstate here.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
We actually never did was upgrade the interior on this to the navigation interior. I don't know that it really helps that much. Or that it would add that much. We'd look to see what it would cost. We needed to get to level 15 in order to purchase it. And if we're planning on buying another truck, which we are, then it's kind of pointless because this will become a truck driven by an AI driver, in which case it won't matter. Sorry guys, I'm wearing headphones and suddenly I had an itch in my ear. It's not easy to scratch with headphones on. wanted higher speeds in this one. Now, I've been noticing that our fuel economy with flatbeds has actually been pretty amazing. And I think on another trip where we took a van trailer, I think it was a soft-sided trailer, fuel economy was actually not as good, which surprised me. I don't know why that would be. We're averaging like 6.8 right now. Although straight and flat at 80, we're averaging 8.8, so it'll slowly climb. 8.8 at 80 miles an hour is 8.8 miles per gallon at 80 miles an hour is pretty good. See why, because we're coming into Dallas, so we probably do need to slow down. Let's get over to the right too, because there was an undiscovered item in Dallas here on the right hand side. Let's just slow down to 65. I'll show it to you right here somewhere. There's a we're not gonna be able to, it won't trigger it driving past it. You'd have to come into here. It's probably a dealer. Yeah, that won't get triggered by us driving by, I don't think. Maybe if we stay in the far right lane when we get past it, possibly. Right there, wasn't it? No, it's coming up on the right. Trigger. No. Nope.
Keep left.
Oh well. It's worth a shot. It's not worth getting off the interstate for it. Okay, give me a second, guys. Oh. Something was itching in my ear again. God. These are my headphones that I use. Logitech G435s. I used to broadcast with these, not streaming, and they have microphones built in, but I found that I was talking too loud and there's no way to control the output of the mic. So I bought an actual real mic. things out like this, guys, sometimes. I was thinking it might be cool. There's a place near me that has like, it's like a truck salvage yard, semi-trucks. Thought about going talking to that guy, asking if he's got any like actual semi-truck seats. Doesn't need to be in perfect condition, but I would want the whole frame so I could do the use the sliding mechanism, you know. Maybe hook up a small compressor to get the air height, the air to work, the airlift to work. Although that wouldn't be that important. It could be flat on the ground and just raise it a little higher on a pedestal. But it would be nice to have all that working. Cloudy day today in the game. Texas sunset. As usual, it is always gorgeous. When I first came out here, I used to post pictures all the time of the sunsets, and eventually it's just like, well, it's like this every day. So look at that. Oh God, man, I don't know. I watch other YouTubers when they're driving from the outside of the truck, and it always seems so smooth, and they never have any of those problems transitioning from inside and outside. I don't know how the hell they do that. Is there some mod they have that like keeps the truck centered in the lane while they're doing the external view. I don't know.
Keep left.
Yeah, I told you guys this load would go pretty fast. We only have 130 miles to go. And it's because just interstate travel happens so much faster in the game.
Right.
Keep right. Is that what it said? Ah, yeah, we need to stay on I-20.
Keep left.
There's another Discover right there. If I'd have known about it, I could have grabbed that one. It was right off the interstate. It's a Kenworth dealer. Not that big of a deal. We already have one of those discovered. The one we're missing is Western Star and Mac. It doesn't really matter which. The one advantage would be it's another repair shop you could go to that you can transfer to. Like if you want to quick travel someplace, that's where it drops you, is at a dealer at a repair shop in the city. But when you buy a truck, it doesn't matter what dealer you buy it from. They just ship it to your garage. We should have space in that garage still, because we only have one driver. We have three spots. I'm in one, he's in the other, and the other truck will be in the third. And then the next thing we'll need to think about doing is building another second garage somewhere. We'll probably make that the next goal, or expand the garage that we have. But that only gives you 2 more spots, whereas for 100,000, I think you get 3 spots in a basic garage. The one advantage on the upgraded garages is that you can buy fuel at your own garage at a discounted price. So that is an advantage. Difficult seeing where you're going with that sun right in your face. Kind of blinded.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Let's go ahead and fill up the fuel tanks right here. There's fuel right here. So it's a good opportunity just to go ahead and top up. Because if we do buy a truck after this, the truck will end up being exit right here? Oh, I thought that was an exit. It's not. You know what? There's a repair shop right here. Before we turn the truck in to another driver, we ought to make sure it's when we hit that car, we haven't checked it yet to see if there's any damage. It didn't say that there was, but nah, 2% on the tires is fine. We don't need to do anything. Okay. It was worth checking. That's where we came in, was over here.
Finding a new route. Get ready to turn left.
Slight detour.
Turn left.
Oh, there's an In-N-Out right there. Yummy. Don't have any of those where I live. Dallas is the... in fact, there's not one here. This is not correct. We're in Midland, right? Midland, Odessa. Last I heard, there's not an In-N-Out here. I think the closest... I think Phoenix and Dallas. Could be wrong, though. The other restaurant I really miss is Waffle House. There's one in Albuquerque. Some good-ass food. 4 in the morning, and you want a burger or whatever, fresh made. I used to love that. You sit right at the bar, at the counter. Cook just turns around, hands you the food right off the grill. Not fancy, but
Go straight on.
fresh and hot and made with some semblance of care. It's a hell of a lot more than you get at most fast food places anymore. Come on, guys, it's green. Oh, no, it isn't green. There, the arrow's green, but not the light. I was thinking, why are you guys not going? There's an overlook right here. If we can figure out where it's at. It's on the left, I think.
Go straight on.
Thought I saw a green thing somewhere. No, it's right here. Yeah, Big Springs is a little bit east of Midland. Permian Basin. Oil country. It's almost half the oil production of the U.S. is in the Permian Basin. TA. Nice. I think, I don't know if I told you guys, I put in the realistic companies mod. How the fuck do we get out of this parking lot? Carefully. Schneider. I don't see as many of those around anymore. They used to be everywhere.
Keep left.
Well, that was freaky. It's like wind turbines off in the distance there. You know, 20% of the Texas power grid is powered by renewables at this point. Solar and wind.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. This is where it ends.
This is where it ends. Where do they want us to park it? It's right there. That'll be fun. So, it's not really a ton of room right here. But I want to try to demonstrate it's a reasonably good place to do this at. Let me get myself positioned. Watched a couple of videos on this lately, and it's a good lesson regardless. Of course, it's not my first rodeo backing up trucks. So, good rule is, let's pretend that that's not there. It's two trailers. Oh, fuck. Yeah, because I'm going to give you a lesson in how to back up when I can't even go back up straight. So, when you would, let's say, just say you're in a parking lot and there's spots on each side, you know, over there and over there, and you're trying to put it in that space right there, and there's a trailer there, there's a trailer there where that tank is. you want to come in relatively close, not too close to the end of the trail, to the end of the trucks or whatever it is. And you want to pull up so that your drive wheels are approximately in the middle of the spot. Park, put on the brake, get out, and you want to walk in there and look around, or at the very least, examine the parking space. Make sure there's not, you know, sometimes people will leave like wheel chucks, especially at a dock where there's wheel chucks off to the side. A lot of times they make you put wheel chucks once you park against a dock. People forget, they drive over them, they're laying in the middle, and then they'll get caught under your tire or cause a problem. So you just want to make sure there's no debris in the spot. There's nothing in the spot. And then you really shouldn't dry steer. It's called dry steering. When you just turn the wheels without moving, that's called dry steering. It puts a lot of wear on the tires, but you know, you could move slightly a little bit. You want to. It's better to be moving a little when you turn the wheel. You want to turn until, and we may not have room to do that here. You want to turn until your truck is basically perpendicular to that. If you were a sleeper, you would want to watch out and make sure that your wind deflectors don't impact the trailer. You want to straighten out, turn the wheel all the way to the left, until you're like that, and you should be essentially lined up. The other thing you could do is, if there was enough room that direction, you could do that maneuver and then just pull all the way straight out and then back straight in. And then do a 45-degree back. Into the spot. That's the general procedure. Of course, you know, it varies. Finish the delivery. Yeah, I know. And as usual, I overshot, because I am not the world's best backup artist in the world. I actually went too tight, which is often what I do. Don't quite. The key is, you know, as long as you don't hit anything and you get it in the spot in a reasonable period of time, you know, it's fine. We actually went too far to that way too, because I kept moving that way, thinking I hadn't moved enough. So not the perfect example, but just to give you guys an idea of how that's supposed to work. And of course, one of the easiest spots to back up to in the world, and I fuck it up. You know, that another lesson is, use the space in front of you. If there's room to pull all the way forward to the point where you can be completely straight with where you're going to, that's what you want to do. Also, small movements. This is a mistake I make quite a bit, where you overturn and you end up wiggle waggling a lot, and then you overshoot, like I'm about to do again. Small movements. And idle, not throttle. There we go. Most important thing is that you get it in the spot, you're equally spaced, you didn't hit anything, and everything's safe. That's the only thing that really matters in the end. Alright guys, that'll be it for this load, and then I believe we'll have enough money to buy a truck, but we'll see here in a minute. Not enough to go to the next level, but we needed to go to level 15 in order to unlock some interior bits for the truck. Not really that important. So we've got 160,000, about 10,000 more than we need. Let's see where there is a place to sleep, if there is one. And the closest is where we got fuel. because what we could do is take a sleep break. What I'll do is I'll take care of this off camera. I'll go up and I'll take a sleep break, do 3 sleep breaks. That'll get us a little bit more cash, and then we can see about, I'll make another video and we can buy a truck. All right, guys, I think that'll be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little bit longer, 52 minutes, a little bit longer, but we got, almost 600 miles covered. So I think we'll be good